Manufactured and released by Atari on November 29, 1972, Pong was to become the first successful commercial game. Since then, countless remakes have been made. I'm participating in a challenge to recreate 20 existing games. My first game is Pong, and I wanted to briefly show what steps I took to remake it in Godot. In the end, I will share the source code for anyone interested in the details. In my main scene, I start by adding 4 walls. The top and bottom will always be enabled, but the right and left wall will only be enabled when the game is over. This will make the ball bounce around forever when the game has ended. The paddle was made into a separate scene. After implementing the movement and instantiating 2 paddles in the main scene, I could now move both paddles with W and S and up and down arrows. Then I added a ball that bounces off of the walls and paddles. A game manager will add points properly when the ball exits the screen and reserve the ball. A game ends whenever a player reaches 11 points. Now the game loop and the basics are in place. Like in the original, the ball should change trajectory depending on where on the paddle it hits. The same goes for the speed increase of the ball. So now the closer the ball hits the edge of a paddle, the greater angle and speed increase of the bounce. Regarding menus, I made a main, pause, and settings menu. The settings menu includes customizable gameplay properties such as the size and speed of the ball and paddles. I also made some templates such as a classic template that plays close to the original. I also added some simple AI, and you can choose which paddle should have an AI and which shouldn't. So now both players and AI can play against AI. For sound effects, I used a tool called JSFXR. Lastly, I made a splash screen and a game icon. And that was it. The game is on itch and the source code is on GitHub. The links for both of them are in the description. I also remade Flappy Bird as the second game of the challenge, so subscribe if you want to see that video. Alright, take care.